Hello and welcome back to Chapter 6 of our Basic Elementary course. This is the final chapter in the course and the title is Love, Like and Wanted. So let's move on to our next slide. Okay, at first we are given grammar, and for A, it's grammar as I said, and I want you to look at the three groups of the past simple verbs. Okay, I'm going to read through these three groups. You are then welcome to pause the video and read through these three groups on your own. Okay, number one, or A, we have a couple of words: wanted, decided, started, suggested, and visited. Now moving on to group B: washed, liked, watched, stopped, kicked, passed. Lastly, we take a look at group C: loved, agreed, paid, cleaned, pulled, and buzzed. Now, we are then prompted to think about how we say these words in English. I've just told you how to say them, and then we are asked to look at how many syllables each one has and how do we pronounce the words. Okay, so the first word we are given is the word washed. Now, if you are uncertain or unsure about what syllables are, I'm going to tell you. So, in simple English, a syllable is what each word is broken up, or how many parts each word is broken up into. So for example, let's look at the word following. Following, 3 parts. Let's look at another word. Asking, asking, 2 parts. Let's look at another word. Eat, eat, 1 part. Okay, so you get an idea of what it is. The first one is the word washed. Washed. I want you to think how many syllables there are in this word washed. Pause the video and then I'm going to give you the answer. Welcome back. So the answer for washed is 1 syllable. That's right, just 1 syllable. Check your answers. If not, you can just correct them if you got any wrong. Moving on, it asks how many syllables does it have? 1 or 2, and it wants you to think about it. So the next word is loved. Loved. How many syllables does it have? Pause the video and write down an answer, and I will give you the answer after the video. Welcome back. So the answer for the second one is loved, and the answer is 1 syllable. 1, just 1. Okay, we are then prompted to look at the 3 lists again and think about pronunciation of each of these words. So once again, I'm going to read them out with you, and after that, I want you to write down how many syllables they each have, and I'm going to give you the answers, okay? So wanted, decided, started, suggested, visited, washed, liked, watched, stopped, kicked, passed, loved, agreed, paid, cleaned, pulled, and buzzed. Okay. Write down your answers and I'm going to give you the answer to the first question, which asks how many syllables. Welcome back. I take it that you've answered the first question on how many syllables, and now I'm going to give you the answers. You can compare them with your own and make the necessary corrections. Okay, so for the first word, wanted, wanted, 2 syllables. The second word, decided, 3 syllables. The next word, started, 2 syllables. The next word, suggested, 3 syllables. The last word in group A, visited. Okay, moving on to group B. Washed, 1 syllable. Liked, 1 syllable. Watched, 1 syllable. Stopped, also 1 syllable. Kicked, 1 syllable again. And the last word, passed, 1 syllable. Moving on to group C. Loved, 1 syllable. Agreed, 2 syllables. Paid, 1 syllable. Cleaned, 1 syllable again. Pulled, once again, 1 syllable. And the last one, buzzed, 1 syllable. Okay, now, why is group A different? That is the next question we are asked. So the reason why it's different, I want you to pause again and answer this, and I'm going to give you the answer when you come back. Okay, welcome back. So why is group A different? And the reason is because there's a mixture of syllables in the sense like wanted is 2, decided is 3, started is 2, suggested is 3, visited is 3. So there's a mixture of 2 or 3 syllables. Looking on to the third question, is there a difference between groups B and C? Pause the video again and answer it and come back and I will give you the answer. Welcome back to our course, and the difference between B and C is B, every single word here just has one syllable. With C, 5 out of 6 words have one syllable, with the exception of the word agreed, which has 2 syllables. Okay, lastly, we are asked to think about the end of the verb. Sorry about that. Think about the end of the verb in the infinite form, and it wants you to look at all these words and think of the infinite form. Now, if you do not have an idea of what the infinite form is, it's the dictionary form. So I again will ask you to pause the video and think of the infinite form, write it down, and when you come back, I'll give you the answers. Welcome back. Let's start with A. The answer for wanted is want. The next word decided is decide. Started is start. Suggested is suggest. Visited is visit. Moving on to group B. Washed is wash. Liked is like. Watched is watch. Stopped is stop. Kicked is kicked. Passed is pass. Okay. C. Loved is love. Agreed is agree. Paid is pay, cleaned is clean, pulled is pull, and buzzed is buzz. Okay, check your answers and we're going to move on to our next slide, which is pronunciation. Okay, with this we are prompted with B, pronunciation, and we are asked to look at the verbs written in the infinite, and they are written in the dictionary form, and it wants you to put each of them into the past simple. And they also tell you that they are all regular. So I want you to again pause the video, write them into the past simple form, and I'll give you the answers once you're back. Welcome back to our course. Let's look at the first one. Walk. Walk becomes walked. Number 2, pull. Pull becomes pulled. Number 3, wish becomes wished in the past simple form. Moving on to 4, punch becomes punched. Number 5, hire becomes hired. Number 6, taste becomes tasted. Number 7, laugh becomes laughed. Number 8, collect becomes collected. Number 9, study becomes studied. And number 10, talk becomes talked. Okay, now we are prompted with another instruction which says to think about the pronunciation of the end of the word in the past simple form. And it says to put each verb in the correct column depending on whether the end of the word has a T sound, like washed. That's an example given to us. Washed has a T sound, but if you look at wanted, it's got an extra syllable for sure, and also it has a D sound, wanted, tid, T-E-D sound. And if you look at loved, it has a D sound. So you're going to break the words into these 3 columns and tell me whether they have a T sound, a D sound, or an extra syllable. So you're going to pause the video and do this, and once you come back, I'm going to give you all of the answers. Okay, welcome back. I take it that you've answered the first part, and now we're going to look at the first 10 words and decide whether they have a T sound at the end, a D sound, or an extra syllable. So let's look at the first one. Walked. Walked. You can definitely hear the T sound in that, so that will go into the first column. Okay, the next one. Pulled. Pulled. You can hear the D sound. Pulled. It goes under the D column. The third word, wished. Wished. You can hear the T sound, so that goes under here. Moving on to number 4, punched. 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 You can hear the T sound as well, punched. Number 5, hide. Hide. You can hear the D sound. Hide goes here. Number 6, tasted. 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 Number 6 goes under here because it has 2 syllables and it's been done for you already. Loft, loft, loft. Has the T sound in it, goes under here. Collected, collected. 3 syllables, extra syllable goes under this heading over here. Studied, studied, studied. Studied has 2 syllables as well. Extra syllable goes over here. The last one, talked, talked, talked. Talked has the T sound, so it goes under here. Now let's move on to our next slide. Okay, welcome to our final slide, and this is vocabulary. And here we have the very last thing to do with this course. Okay, so its topic is fruit and vegetables, and it's our second assignment, making it the final assignment for this course. So what I want you guys to do is to make sentences with the photos of the different fruit and vegetables. Write 3 facts about each fruit and vegetable and submit them. Okay. So look at the photos, and firstly we have a pineapple, we then have an apple, we then have a lemon, we have a carrot, we have a cherry, we have grapes, we have tomato, we have onions, we have banana, potato, pepper, we then have a mushroom, orange, we do have a papaya, we have a radish, we have a cucumber, and we have a pear. Okay, so I've named all the fruits for you, and now I want you to get ahead with the assignment, which you're going to submit to Ask Academic. And with that, we've reached the end of the course. Thank you so much. It's been a wonderful journey with you, and I hope this course was super beneficial with you. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in more courses in the future. So definitely be there, and goodbye, and all the best.